Hey everyone, welcome back. You guys, today I am so excited for today's true crime, although my snack is not very exciting. I wasn't very hungry today, and I thought to myself, I have every reason to not film today. I'm not hungry, I don't want to have a meal, I especially don't want anything sweet. I broke a nail. Maybe I just shouldn't do it. Maybe I should just skip this Saturday. And then I thought to myself, no. Your subscribers would be so disappointed in you for skipping a week when you just came back after a break. So I pulled it together. I got a little snack. I have some popcorn here. This is the only carbs that I've had today. If you don't know, I've been eating low carbs and it's changed my life. But this is white cheddar popcorn. I've literally just had vegetables and lean protein. But how perfect is this, right? A little popcorn snack with a true crime story. Today, we're going to be discussing the case of a woman named Judy Buenoano. She was born Julius Welty, but she's Judy now. And her story is really something. She was the first woman to be executed by electric chair in the state of Florida since 1848. Can you believe that? She must have really done something, huh? Yeah, she did. This woman was evil. Anyway, if you're new here, my name is Kina, and every Saturday I upload a true crime video for your auditorial pleasure. Let your hair down, kick your shoes off, get comfortable, and enjoy. And then on Mondays, I upload relaxing cake videos. So let's get started. I have a nice relaxing tea today, you guys. It is a Serenity Relaxation Blend. It has honey and lavender, and it's the Yogi brand, you know, that you can get at Walmart or most grocery stores. It's only a couple of bucks and super soothing. It just calms you and brings you down for the evening. Oh, it's so good. I have to slurp it. Sorry if that bothers you, but it's hot. And then I have white cheddar popcorn. I'm so in the mood for popcorn. So let's get a little bit of background on Judy. Are you guys comfortable? Are you ready? Do you have your drink? Just relax. So Judy was born April 4th, 1943 in Kina, Texas. Her mother passed away when she was just 2 years old, and she lived with her father and stepmother, and she had 5 stepbrothers. Now it's said that, Judy says that her stepbrothers would abuse her, and her stepmother wasn't very nice. She was the slave of the house, the Cinderella, right? She had to do all the chores and the cleaning, and they just took total advantage of her. She said that she was beaten, starved. She had a very abusive upbringing. Well, when Judy turned 14, apparently she had had enough. She threw hot grease on her brothers. So she got put in a detention center. At age 18, she graduated from an all-girls reform school, and 2 years after that, she had a son, whom she named Michael. You're not going to believe what happened to Michael. We're not there yet. Hold on. Shortly after she had her son Michael, she married an officer in the Air Force. His name was James Goodyear. James had no idea what he was getting into. So yeah, they got married. Judy had 2 more children with him. But just 9 years later, John died by what seemed to be natural causes at the time. Judy collected the life insurance policy and very quickly found another boyfriend. 2 years after meeting him, they moved in together, and Bobby started to feel a little ill. He was getting sick, you guys, just like John did. He was in the hospital, and it turns out that Judy was giving him arsenic. She was poisoning him. She was giving him arsenic and fruit punch and feeding it to him in the hospital right underneath the doctor's noses. She was a clever one. What kind of woman? And she had taken out 3 separate life insurance policies on Bobby a few months before he passed. So she cashed in again. She found herself a new career, I guess. Judy took all that money. She moved to Pensacola, Florida, and started a new life. She bought a nice home, met another man, took her kids with her, And Michael had joined the army. So Michael had dropped out of high school, he joined the army, and he decided to come home and see his mom for leave. And man, yeah, you guessed it. No, you're thinking it. Judy started giving Michael, her own son, the arsenic poisoning. Of course, she had an insurance policy out on him, but instead of it killing him, he had really horrible side effects and his body was slowly deteriorating. He had to leave the military. He had to drop out of the army or get medically discharged because he started to become, what is it called? Paraplegic? No. What is it when you start to get paralyzed and he couldn't move like his arms and legs? Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. So he went back to the army and they found out that he just wasn't able to function as well as he could physically. And he was really deteriorating, so they gave him a medical discharge. And so Michael had to go home to his mother. So Judy probably thought, I need to finish the job. Oh, it's so good. The day he came home from being discharged from the army, she decided to put together a little fishing trip. She brought her other son, who was just a teenager. I think he was around 15 at the time. And Michael. They grabbed a canoe and she put a lawn chair in the center of the canoe and then set Michael on top of it. Now at this time, Michael had braces on his arms and on his legs. So most of his body was paralyzed. Poor kiddo. So they go out into the lake. What do you guys think happens? The canoe somehow tips over and Michael, having these metal braces on his arms and legs, sinks right to the bottom and drowns. The brother claims that he doesn't remember anything because he got knocked out. He probably thought he got knocked out from the boat, but I'm sure Judy probably punched his lights out. It was crazy. Killed her own son. A man who's serving our country too. Anyway. Once again, she cashed in multiple insurance policies on Michael and she opened up her own business there in Pensacola. She opened up some sort of, I think, hair and nail salon. Do you guys like cheddar popcorn? Let me know. I discovered this not too long ago because I always thought that I didn't like it. I think it's because I always tried the yellow cheddar and I didn't like that kind of popcorn, but this white one, this is a good one. Now in 1981, Judy meets another gentleman and his name is John Gentry. Another John. Watch out, John. And she secretly opened up an insurance policy on him for $500,000. $500,000 in the early 80s. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money now, but. And what did she do? She started giving him orange vitamins, which had arsenic in them, and he started to feel really ill. Just started having bad stomach cramps and just not wanting to take them anymore. So he refused to take them, and Judy got really upset. Is that not suspicious if your significant other tries to feed you something and you don't want to take it and they get really angry? You better start searching for life insurance policies on yourself. So one night, Judy is planning this big party at her job, some sort of like work-related party. Maybe it was a holiday or something, I'm not sure. But she insisted that she was going to go ahead and John was going to take his own car. She told him exactly where to park, where to meet her. She gave him very specific instructions. And she put dynamite in the trunk of his car. She then told him to go pick up some wine or champagne or something. And he went to go start the car. Boom. But he didn't die. He survived the explosion. So police are asking John, who do you think would do this to you? Who wants to kill you? Do you have any ideas, someone who might have some sort of bad feelings towards you? And he's like, no, I was feeling really ill though, and Judy got really angry with me when I wanted to stop taking these vitamins. That's when the police confiscated the vitamins. They found the poison in them. They said that the substance in it came from a chemical that you use to clean supplies at beauty salons, like to clean instruments and stuff. They were like, why would the wife try to kill him? So that's when they found the $500,000 life insurance policy. They start connecting the dots, and here we go. So then they got a warrant, and they started looking around Judy's home, And they found the same metal in her son's bedroom, her other son's bedroom, that was in the trunk of the car wrapped around the dynamite. And what's crazy is her and John were engaged, and Judy had booked a cruise ship, a trip, solo for one person. Now, police started digging into Judy's past. They started to notice that people tend to die around her. Her son, the first husband, the boyfriend, and now this fiance. Detective Ted Chamberlain was onto her. He had the bodies of her ex-lovers autopsied, and they all had the arsenic in their bodies. She's caught for sure. They finally caught on. It's crazy. I feel like a lot of people, killers back in the day would often use arsenic because it's not something that you could accidentally ingest. It's something that has to be specifically given to you. They didn't look for it in a lot of autopsies, so people got away with it for a long time. Don't get any ideas, though. They look for it now. Judy was convicted of the murder of her first husband, James Goodyear, and received a 12-year sentence for killing her fiance, John Gentry, plus a life sentence for murdering her son in the most horrific way, Michael. She was incarcerated in a prison that has like the longest title in the world. I actually wrote it in my notes. In the Florida Department of Corrections, Broward Correction Institute Death Row for Women. She was on death row for quite some time because it wasn't until March 30th, 1998 that she was actually executed by electric chair in the Florida State Prison. I'm going to link in the description below an interview that she did right before she was executed. Man, she talked like she was innocent. Even the reporter was like, I was having second thoughts. Like, she just seemed like a really warm, sweet person. She was an actress because the evidence was all there. She was also believed to be involved in 2 other deaths, one in the state of Alabama in the 70s, and then another boyfriend that she had in 1980. But those weren't brought up in her sentencing for some reason. I guess she was connected to those deaths, but wasn't actually charged for whatever reason. I'm gonna get this out of my way. I'm gonna sip on my tea and we'll discuss final thoughts. So that is the story of Judy Buenoano. She was a terrible person for killing all these innocent men, but for her to just slowly and intentionally kill her own son, I just thought was another level of evil. And if you see her in the interview, she just seems like a Susie homemaker. Like, she doesn't look like this monstrous person that she really was. Anyway, what did you guys think? Did you enjoy that? It was kind of short, but there really wasn't a lot to find on her. I got whatever pictures I could find, but yeah, not a lot of information. What do you guys think of my Christmas Snoopy mug? I am so ready for fall. I cannot wait. I'm gonna have to purchase all of my fall candles here pretty soon, and I'll be showing you guys which ones I purchased on my second channel. I linked that in the description below as well. If you know me, you know all my fall decor is gonna be going up very soon. I'm so excited. Are you guys excited for fall? Do you love decorating? Do you love all the candles? TJ Maxx and Bath & Body Works. It's an amazing time of year. Have a great weekend, you guys. Thanks for hanging out. I always have a good time. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye. What was that?